My daughter's trying to get in.
All right, welcome to Dukes United Show. We are live. It is time for the Arsenal versus Manchester United derby. It's been a while. It's been tough. We shared it last year. We shared the points. Pre-season was a bit different. Today's going to be very different again. I'm not that confident, Fitz. I'm joined anyway by Fitz, my good friend and Arsenal supporter. How's it going out, Fitz?
What's happening?
All good, man. All good. Just fresh off watching Eubank kill someone off yesterday.
That's a whole nother show. We're going to talk about that differently. Told you.
Yeah. He did well. He did really well last fight. But anyway, back to this. Arsenal. You know what? I've watched them this season. I've watched them pre-season. They've looked really good. But I don't know if you see it too, but I'm thinking, what the hell is Arteta doing playing Havertz as a starter? He needs to get him out of there, and Rice and Partey need to be in there behind Odegaard. But I'm happy because you guys are playing Partey at right back, just making it much easier for teams to maybe attack you. So I'm happy with that. You guys are going to fall short if you're going to lose a couple games from stupid moves like that, Fitz. I don't know what you think, but I'm happy.
Listen, when we got Declan Rice, I said Partey, Rice, Odegaard, that midfield is Premier League winning. If you keep that midfield together, you can win the Premier League with that midfield. I don't understand it. We've got Ben White fit. He had a good season last season. He had a good season the season before. I just don't understand it. But yeah, that's not even a thing anymore because Partey is now injured for apparently 2 or 3 months.
Okay, so you guys have got your problems as well. Because we've got struggles, mate. We got struggles. United, as you've seen, Shaw's out for a long time. Malacia has still been out long term as well. Varane dropped down injured. Obviously, Hojlund's just coming back. We've just brought in Reguilón from Spurs, and we brought in Amrabat finally. So I'm really happy about the Amrabat.
Okay.
I want to talk about the Reguilón one because I think he'll give us something much more going forward. But defensively, I'd like to see, because I've not really watched him as a defender. But what I have seen is when he gets forward, he's the exact type of stuff we want in terms of getting and putting the ball in with quality, but at the right timing. That's the most important thing. He gives us proper balance to left-sided attacking threat. But what does he do defensively? Is he good enough? Is he as good as Malacia or Shaw at left back, or even Dalot at left back? That's yet to be seen. But if he does anywhere near what them guys are doing defensively, I'll be very, very happy with him. I know Mourinho wanted him. Mourinho did want him before when he was at United, and then he went to Tottenham instead. So, again, it's question marks because why the hell has he not played too much at Spurs? Then he's gone to Atletico Madrid and not played too much there either, and he's playing under a guy who loves to defend loads. So maybe that's why. Maybe he wants to get forward so much that, he doesn't want his wing fullbacks to go on and do that. So we'll see. But again, there's positive sides to it. The attacking side, which I can definitely vouch for, the crosses, the balls in the box, even the back post balls in the box with the right foot, he's got that, Fitz. He's got it. But can he defend? Do you know anything about this guy's defending?
I think he's a good player from what I've seen. We're going to see. I just think it's not hard to go to Spurs and not perform. No, I'm not even being disrespectful. I just think that Spurs have got loads of good players. But they're never going to see their full potential playing for Spurs. Might change under this Australian kangaroo ball, whatever they're playing, and all this stuff. But I just think Spurs are Spurs. And usually when you're there, you don't do too well until you move on. You move on and then we'll see the potential of the player. So I think he's a good signing. How much did you pay for him?
He's on loan. He's on
loan. Okay. Even better. Can you buy him at the end of the season?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure there's got to be something there because why would he be going on loan? He's not really been playing, so hopefully, if he does well, we can take him, and that would be a good left back, a good upgrade in terms of crossing and getting balls in. But even Shaw, he's kind of like just at the good level when it comes to putting balls in and scoring and supplying goals compared to the likes of James and Trent and stuff like that. They're nowhere near it nowhere near him. That they are nowhere near them kind of guys when it comes to assists and goals.
Yeah.
I want to see that. But Amrabat, I'm liking what I'm seeing with him. He is a combative midfielder. It's like he's just a younger Casemiro.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like he's just a younger Casemiro with legs, and he will boss it around. He will keep the ball. He will get about, win challenges, and just give the ball to people and let them get on with their job. Exactly what Casemiro does.
Very, very good signing, in my
I wouldn't
opinion.
mind both of them being in there.
Very, very good. Yeah, very, very good signing.
Oh my days. So whether he's going to play today, let's see. Hopefully he's on the bench at least. Hopefully both players are on the bench. Amrabat, Hojlund. I want to see Hojlund because I think he's going to give us an extra dimension going forward, an extra dimension shutting down. Because, like I said, we did well with Weghorst last year in terms of shutting down. This guy's got much faster, much faster, and he shuts down at a higher intensity than Weghorst. So imagine Weghorst on steroids in terms of shutting down, and then you've got a player who's in the middle who loves to get down the sides, who loves to run his man, who can actually beat his man on the ball as well. So even if his goals are not great, he may bring something to the side that opens us up to a much better team to have different dimensions about our game. So that's what I'm excited about with him. I don't know much about him apart from the fact that when you look at the highlights, he's running at people for fun. He's always in the danger area trying to get goals in there. So that's good. It's good.
Yeah.
He's a good unit, big unit, link up quite okay. Yeah, he looks okay. Looks like he has all the credentials to possibly get to be the next one of them top players around at the moment. So it's exciting times, but at the same time, the last few games for it, man, oh my days. I've hated watching United in the last few games. We've been poor, so poor. Yeah. It's been bad. It's been bad. I didn't even get to watch the first half of the last game again when we came back from and won 3-2 against Forest. But United not the best. Wingers not doing much, especially Anthony. He's off the pace massively. He just doesn't have what I think he needs to get to them next levels of consistency. I think we're just going to have that kind of guy until we go get someone else. I don't know if you've seen him, what you think of him, but yeah, he's
Anthony.
Yeah, man.
I look at him. I think he's got everything to be great, but he's just not doing it. He's kind of like a Nani 2.0.
The thing is, I like Nani, man. I don't know why.
I think he's a brilliant player, but I just think he didn't
get to the levels that he should. Yeah, you hoped for him, but he still ripped people. He still scored sick goals. He still ripped past plenty of players. Scored 30-yard shots, free kicks, put balls in left foot, right foot. He used to destroy people. I haven't seen Anthony play one game where he destroys people like that. Not one.
Nani was in a very, very good United side, though.
Exactly, but he's way better than Anthony. Yeah. Way better than Anthony is.
When I say that, I don't mean as in ability-wise. I mean from the point of view where underachieving.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, look. Talk to me about Arsenal. What's your season been like so far? I know from my point, you guys look like you still are doing the right type of attacking side of things, breaking down a little bit more than usual because Havertz is in there. He's not used to that play. Plus, I don't think he's good enough anyway. I think he's a good enough player to come in and be a squad player when players are injured or need rest. But in terms of starting and ruining the squad mechanics is stupid. And you guys have been more susceptible to attacks this year so far, but still playing the same kind of attacking football. How do you see it anyway?
How do you buy someone for 70 million or 65 million, make him the highest paid player at the club and not play him? I mean, wild. I listen, I want to support the player. I want him to do well for Arsenal, so I don't want to be on here just killing him. But I don't understand it. It just seems like an experiment. Well, it feels like an experiment, like an Arteta brainchild.
You know what? This is football today for you, though. It's like there isn't that much. For me, like I said before, the quality levels, the amount of quality around is really at an all-time low compared to years ago.
You can't talk to younger supporters about this because they don't understand.
Yeah.
They will tell you that the level is higher, and it's just like, what are you talking about?
No
How?
chance. You know
I'm
what?
looking at Kai Havertz is in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, he's possibly a £5 to £8 million player.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I don't see
he's
much.
not getting in any of the top sides starting 11.
Yeah.
In my
Totally
opinion.
true. Yeah, totally true. I totally agree with you there. I can see when you watch like the highlights, yeah, you get off your seat when you watch some of these players play. When you watch back, I'm going like just a few years ago, I'm watching, I'm like, I put on Laetitia, yeah, and I was like, oh my days. Oh my days, the goals this guy scored.
Yeah.
You're like, if you saw them, you'd be up off your seat crying all day
The
long.
Techers.
The Techers
Mad.
flick over it, bang. I'm like, the amount you just got to go back and look.
Where is that now?
It's not there. The levels like that are not there. Like, it's just not. Okay, look, things have got better. Like, there are more players at the lower bar is much higher now.
Yes.
100%. But the higher bar, nowhere
Where's
near
the
it.
elite? Where's the elite? Like, where's Zidane?
There is none. There is none.
Where are these players? Where are these top level players?
There is none. There isn't any. That's why you're seeing Chelsea going out and buying everybody that there is and hoping that one of them becomes the next best, because that's why they're spending 100 mil nowadays. They're spending all this money because it's like, okay, wait a minute. He's the only player. Okay, he ain't as good as this player and that player from back then, but he's the best of round of today. And that's it. That's all you're getting. So, and players are just getting bought for fun. Mad money.
I think one thing I do like about the way we go about our business at Arsenal is there's a structure to how we're buying players. The players have to fit a profile.
Okay.
And it's whether we agree or not is what the management, it's what the higher uppers want. At Chelsea, I get the feeling that it's like when you're at nursery, you know, the kid that would try and put the circle in the square and the square in the circle. They're just buying everyone just to get everybody. It's like, it's crazy for me to watch. It's gonna click though. At one point, it will click because you can't have that many good players. Yeah, right, exactly. You can't have that many good players and not click.
But it's the problem. You know, when you buy players, yeah, and like, you know, when you play FIFA, like back in the day, we played Pro Evo, and we just made super teams. Yeah, you make super teams, but then you can't get your proper, like, you can't get like the balance right. You just, I need him in my side, but I also need him in my side, and I need him. And then you kind of like don't play proper football. You try and run with everybody because everyone's got skills.
Yeah,
that's not a side. That's not a side. And I think when it comes to United as well, I think that's what I like about Ten Hag. He's got his hands tied behind his back a bit with the money side of things.
Definitely.
But he's still going for the profile that he needs. And that's what I like. He's got Amrabat in. And out of all the players that have been circling around for what we need, I think Amrabat is probably the best suited player we could have got out of all these players. Gravenberch is inexperienced. He's not playing really much at Real Madrid. Was it Real Madrid? No, Bayern, sorry. So now he's gone to Liverpool, but because he wasn't playing because he gives the ball away a bit too much, and like he makes some silly mistakes. So that's not a player who we could have got. Who else playing as well as Amrabat did, especially in the World Cup? He was playing great football. So looking at that, I'm thinking, right, that's a great position to get. But he's not such a massive name, but he's a player who slots in and does the job, and that's what I like.
You don't want the name, you want the player. To be
exactly.
Fair.
So too many big names sometimes spoils it, man. Spoils everything. So I'm happy with what we've got. Let's just see what happens, how Mount gets on, how Hojlund gets on. I think Reguilón will give us, like I said, more going forward. Amrabat will steal us up in midfield. So we're going to be a better side this year. Now, we just need to be able to score goals with Hojlund. And even if he doesn't score, the other players will get chances for them because of his work and his running in behind. We'll get chances. We'll get other chances from the games. And people like Rashford will benefit. People like Sancho will benefit now. And if Martial can bloody stay fit, we've even got another option in him. But I wouldn't be keeping my I ain't too expectant from that guy. But
With
yeah,
Marshall, yeah.
yeah. But look, first 3 games, Arsenal. What are you telling me then?
I'm very much somebody that just believes in getting as many points as you can. It's not really, it is, but it's not really about the performances right now because they don't mean anything. As in, it's all good winning 5-1, 5-0, 4-0 at the start of the season, but as we saw last season, it's all about the business end.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really worried about. So as long as we don't drop off from the leading pack, I'm happy.
Good. Makes sense, to be fair.
Declan Rice, I'm happy with Declan Rice.
You've done well.
Yeah, I'm happy with Declan Rice. 100%. I was not skeptic, but he's not 105 million.
No, of course not.
Right? He's not 105 million, but he's 105 million if that's what we need.
Yeah. This is the thing, like I said, this is the money you got to pay these days.
Yeah.
That's what you got to pay. Like, forget about what he's worth and what he's not. None of these players are worth all these hundreds of millions anyway. So when you look at it, I know the way you look at it, obviously, if he's worth 105, what is this guy worth? And what is that guy worth then? So, it's ridiculous. I think Sky Sports, was it Sky Sports? They did a wicked thing where they worked out based on inflation how much every other player was worth. Like Paul Scholes, Rio, 170 mil, these other players, 199 mil, 200 mil. It was wicked. And it shows like all the levels. Even like I put my name in and it comes up with what I was worth. I can't remember what it was now. But yeah, it's like I think I would have been probably about 50, 60 mil coming through, obviously from lower levels. Yeah. But coming through from lower well, if Hojlund has gone 70, that's another thing, isn't it? And then you've got all these other players. But anyway, we'll see.
How many hat-tricks in a month?
3.
Come on. Stop it, man. Come on, man. Don't be silly. Come on. I mean, who's that Everton striker?
Different. Huh?
The one that wears the skirts and that. The Everton striker.
What now?
Yeah.
What?
Plays for Everton. Mixed race boy.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah. How much is he worth?
Yeah, he's worth about 50, 60 mil.
Yeah, you're about 200 million then. Come on, man. Yeah, Nathan Elliott in his prime, 205 million. No offense. Yeah, nah, man. These strikers that I'm seeing now, I'm like, man, if that's what's top, then cool.
It's mad, isn't it?
But I know the competition was there 20 years ago. Yeah, I see the strikers, and to me, that it was a bit of different gravy.
Yeah. I today, the people who I like today, who was in the kind of class that I put myself as, I'm looking at what's his name at Villa. I like him. He's a very good player. What's his name again? Why did I lose his name, man? He's in my Ollie Watkins. I like Ollie Watkins. I think he's up in them levels. That I would say, if I was playing today, I'd be in and around them kind of levels. Not that I'm not better. I back myself against a lot of these players, but I know where I'm at. Like you look at Defoe, I think Defoe was a better player in terms of the sharpness that he's got. It was ridiculous. Like players like that, that's where I see myself just underneath where he was, the Defoe levels. But yeah, different type of player anyway. But yeah, the football is very different today than it was.
It is. Opportunity as well. It's about opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting the right team, right manager.
Someone
to have faith in you and that sort of thing.
Exactly. Always the case to get yourself a proper career. But let's talk about today's game then. Today's game, I'm going into the game feeling like, listen, if we play anything like we've played in the last few games, we're getting our ass handed to us, because you guys now, not only the fact that I thought we was going to have a more chance because you're going to play Partey at right back, now you're going to put White in because there's no other option, and that's better than playing with the option you was going to go with anyway. So, and then your midfield still going to be a bit open. So that's the only position where I'm looking at going, okay, going to play Havertz, lovely. One less defensive midfielder in there. Xhaka is sorely missed because he was a combative player and he could get goals. He was like that central midfield Herrera type player. and like you've now swapped him for a cam. So I don't even know what position Havertz plays, but I don't know. But anyway, keep him in your side because it gives us more chance of beating you. That's if we become on our game. It's one of them ones where where we walking into a game like this, every Man United supporter is thinking, man, we're going to get whooped. Whenever that happens, United usually put on a performance and win. So I'm hoping that happens. So I'm going to stick with I think we're not going to do well. Just hopefully we are going to do well. Go on, what are you giving me?
Right, with Arsenal United games, man, it's very hard. I don't really like to predict big. Well, I always fancy us for the win, but anyone can win. It's a derby. It's like a big game.
Yeah.
You're always going to try your hardest against us. You're always going to put out your best performance against Arsenal. And yeah, I feel the same. We're always going to really try our best. So could go either way. Off form, I think you'd have to say we're favourites.
I think you are.
Yeah,
you are.
Yeah.
We're on the same points, aren't we? Are we on 6 points?
We're 7 points, I think.
Oh, you'd say you haven't lost yet. You got the draw while we got the loss. So against Spurs. So you're 1 point ahead. So if we beat you, we go obviously 2 points ahead of you. So that would be good. But look, I'm hoping for at least a draw. I'm just being real. If United playing anywhere near what they've been playing, we're gonna get our arse felt. That's for sure. It could be a big battering, like the games against Liverpool last year, and even the Brightons that came and whooped us. This could be one of those ones. But again,
right on the top side now.
I know, but if we come in, if our boys come on, then boys who we've brought in, I have more kind of faith in the fact that we ain't gonna have a bad game like that. I think.
Can you give me 1 minute?
Yeah.
Sorry, give me 1 minute.
Yeah. If Amrabat comes in, then I'll be happy. I think that'll be okay. Because he's going to shore things up with Casemiro, and that'll be not bad. I think it'll be good to have him in there. I think Hojlund, if he starts, we're going to have a lot more about our game as well. I just think, but realistically, he's probably not going to start Hojlund. He's probably going to start Martial, let him get a bit tired, give him a bit more fitness, and then throw on Hojlund when players are a little bit more tired as well. Because remember, Hojlund is actually coming into fitness now, so he hasn't got any games under his belt either. So I think it makes sense that Hojlund starts on the bench. I'm going to go with I think Reguilón will start. I think Reguilón will probably start. I think he can just come straight in and start, unless he hasn't played games either this preseason. So if that's the case, then Dalot's going to start again. It'll be Martinez, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka. I'll go with Casemiro in there. If Amrabat's been playing, just throw Casemiro with Amrabat. If not, it'll be Casemiro, McTominay, and Bruno. I don't want to really see Anthony starting this game, but he's going to, isn't he? You see Erik ten Hag, he loves to he's backing his man like the whole way. He's going to continue backing him. But I don't want to see Sancho starting this kind of game either. So to be fair, what am I going to get? Am I going to get Anthony, who does do the hard work? And then you got Sancho, who doesn't really do the hard work. And in a game like this, you can't have passengers. So you can't have a chance that Sancho will be a passenger today. And we're not going to have as much of the ball. So, yeah, I think Anthony would start. He definitely will start. J Sport says, is Reguilón fit? He hasn't played. This is the thing. I think he'll probably be on the bench then. Dalot will probably start. And then Amrabat has not registered in time. So he's definitely not in the squad. So it looks like McTominay is then. It looks like Dalot is. It looks like McTominay with Casemiro. Or I don't see him playing Eriksen because we're going to get run through. And we need to make that place, that middle of the park count today. If they're going to play Havertz and Odegaard, that means they've got one defensive midfielder as well. Let's make that count. Let's make it count where we shore up our defensive side and then we let the attackers attack. Hojlund needs to come in this game. You know what? There's one thing I just remembered. Last year pre-season, it was Sancho, Anthony, Rashford up front. I would go with that three. Because that's what really was looking like dynamite. until Martial got injured. Then we never saw it again. Then I remember he came back fit. One of the games he came on, and then they scored and we won because them three were on. We were playing some great one-touch football. And the good thing is as soon as Martial gets tired, you're going to throw Hojlund on now, who's going to shut people down. He's going to run his heart out. I think that's going to be great. Again, though, I'm not getting my hopes up. I don't think it's going to turn around in one game. This one game, I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be tough football for us. We're going to be backs against the wall. The only way I can see us really winning is a counter-attack goal from them over attacking, like getting too many men forward, and then our attack's able to go and do something. We just got to be compact and tight. Stop Saka. We've got to stop Saka. So that's going to be Dalot versus Saka. That's a bit scary. That I really think that's a bit scary. But yeah, I think anyway. Let's see what Fitz says. Anyway,
sorry, my daughter's 18 months and relentless.
Yeah, no worries, man. I keep it going anyway. So we've got Samir. We say Man United so lucky to have Amrabat. He will be very impactful for the club. You know that. You know, first Turkish player at United as well. So that's another, new thing for us. But I was just saying, I think McTominay midfield, Dalot's going to be left back because our players are not even registered, the new players, so they can't even play. The only player who can play is Hojlund, and I think he'll probably start on the bench, and hopefully Martial, Sancho, and Rashford will start. But I would say that it will be Anthony, Martial, and Rashford probably starting. But I'd like to see Sancho. Those three start because them as a three, they're very good. And Anthony, he deserves to be dropped. He shouldn't be playing like this, the way he's playing, and still be playing every week. It doesn't make sense. And who's your starting lineup then? Who you think is going to start? Let's wrap this up.
Right. So obviously we know the goalkeeper. It's going to be Ben White. Another thing I want to talk about is what's happening with Gabriel.
Why is he not in a bench?
I don't understand it.
What am I saying, Samir? Amrabat is not Turkish. He's Moroccan. Yeah, but I think... No. Sorry. I meant the keeper's Turkish. What am I talking about? Moroccan. Sorry, man. Sorry, Samir. You're right, man. I'm so stupid. I was listening and saying we got a first Turkish player in, and that's the goalkeeper, isn't it? The new goalkeeper that we got. Sorry, go on, Fitz. What are you saying?
It should be Saliba, Gabriel. It's obviously Zinchenko. Is Zinchenko fit?
I think so.
I think Zinchenko's back now.
Go on.
Ben White, yeah, Zinchenko left back. It should be Gabriel and Saliba, but we don't know because we don't know what's happening with Gabriel right now.
So who's that player that's playing at the moment? That player, that new player. I don't even know the name. Who's that guy playing for you guys at centre back? What's his name?
He's not new. Kiwior.
Yeah, what's he doing playing? Ahead of Gabriel.
Ahead of Gabriel, I don't understand. But at the back end of last season, when I said to you the Arsenal's problem, the drop off in quality between Rob Holding and Saliba is massive. And Rob Holding, I like Rob Holding. He's a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 on his good day, maybe an 8. Yeah. But the drop off in quality is so big. Yeah. What it does, it makes that whole unit, in my opinion, defensive midfield, his centre half partner, everybody in that area of the field become nervy because they have to.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The Maguire situation.
I mean, not White. Holding.
Yeah.
And then
that's,
I believe
you
that's
lose your
where
man
we
in
lost
it.
the title. I think that's where we lost the title. Partey all of a sudden wasn't playing so well, and I'm saying, but why isn't he playing so well? It's not because it's the business end of the season and he's not good. It's because he's overcompensating, worrying about Rob Holding. In my opinion, that's just my opinion, and I've argued with Arsenal fans about this. Yeah, and they're like, "No, Holdings are good." I'm like, mate, I'm not saying he's not a good squad player. I'm not saying he's not an Arsenal man, but he's just not good enough.
Yeah.
We've been here before.
Say that, you can say that, and we know it. Yeah, you've been there way before.
We've been here before. How many seasons he been at Arsenal?
Yeah, he's been there a while,
and he's never been good enough to win any sort of trophy of note. Yeah, so I stick by that. So anyway, my rant's over.
Ben White.
It's gonna be Rice. It's gonna be the Chelsea boy. It's gonna be him. It's gonna be Odegaard. I'm a Eddie fan. I want Eddie up top,
yeah.
but probably Jesus it will be.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have Saka. You're gonna have the Brazilian. What's his name?
Martinelli.
Yeah, it's gonna be Martinelli. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. J Sport says, would you play Rashford up top or on the left? I'm putting Rashford on the left. We've got our strikers now. We've got Martial, who's actually fit at the moment. So for however many minutes he's got, let's keep him up front. And then we've got Hojlund, who's going to come into the fray now anyway. So why do you play Rashford anywhere other than off the left? Because he can still do his dirty work. You know what he likes to do? He likes to run at you. He likes to face the goal. He doesn't like his back towards goal. Like I've always said, if he's playing up front, I want to see him hanging off the last defender, but not being that hold-up player, not being like a Mark Hughes type of player. You guys don't know Mark Hughes, probably. Some of you will. But yeah, not being that kind of player who just holds things up and lays it off. He's a player who's like a Vardy type that I want to see. And again, from the left, you can see he can run in and run behind players, use that space, get into it, eat it up and get his goals. And that's how dangerous he is. So put him on the left and let him keep going, doing what he wants.
I think his best work's always been on the left, isn't it?
Yeah, he's done well when he does that. But my thing is, even when you play up front, you can still go into the left channel. You can still go into the right channel. But for some reason, it's the other bit, isn't it? It's the times where you're needed by your team to just hold it up. You can't do it. Yeah. And that's what ruins it for him. He can still play up front and run in behind and get a goal. And then you're like, yeah, he does well up front. It's the other parts. And you need to have everything as a striker. You need to have all that hold-up play, link-up play, get in the box, be in that danger area, score your headers, score the bread and butter goals. I don't think he has them parts to his game at such a high level to be able to handle that. All right, so I've got my starting lineup. You've got your starting lineup. Yours looks very strong. Yours looks pretty much similar to last year, apart from Havertz messing things up a bit. So I think
thanks for slipping that in there.
I just don't think it's going to be as much a difference as ours. I think we're a little bit like last year, probably worse. We're like the same injured last year. So I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. But the only kind of thing I'm saying is, can we get a goal out of nowhere early? Can we get a counter-attack goal? And then it plays into our hands. I think that's the way we win this game. We can't keep it tight. It's going to be a beatdown. I think it's either going to be something like a 2-1 to us, where we get the first 2 goals and you guys get a goal back. That's because we countered you and we held it tight. Or you guys are going to run away like 3-0 winners. I've got them 2 things in my head. Just the way it plays out. Whatever way it plays out, it's going to be one of those 2 results. We're going to get whooped, or we're going to counter you and get the goals and run away with this game with a steal. But I really pointing towards the Arsenal 3-0, to be fair. And that's
I think it's 2-1 either way. I think it's 2-1 either way.
I hope I'm wrong, by the way. But you know what I'm saying? 2-1 either way. And this is what I'm saying. When I feel like United are going to get battered, they don't. So I hope we're going to win. What's Jay saying? Jay says, when you guys played, what was your mentality going to a big game after bad performances in previous game? I was riding for United in today's game. Well, look, you just go into the next game and you're confident as normal. You go into training and you get prepared for the team, and you just say, listen, we got to be up for this. We know we can't have no drop off. So the attention to detail, the thought of not like going into wonder, like players, like they just watch the game. And that's what we've been doing. We've been watching the game, court ball watching. United can't do that today. We do that, we're getting our arse felt. So everyone's got to be alive. Everyone will be told, you better fix up. Your performance levels has to go from a 3 to an 8, 9, or we're getting booked around the pitch and we're getting smashed to pieces. So if you want to come off this pitch where everyone booing you and everyone telling you, I need the sack and all this stuff, that's what Ten Hag's going to, obviously not going to say that, but that's what the is, isn't it? You're faced with, you're going to come off being told you're absolutely pants, or you're going to do yourself justice and make it a tight game. It should be a tight game, even if we lose. it should be a tight game based on the type of players we have. But as we know, Wolves run us ragged, Spurs beat us up, and Nottingham Forest made it a game. That's not nice. For us playing them kind of teams, that is not nice. How are we struggling and making a game of it with these teams like all the time? It's ridiculous. When are we going to run away with wins, batter teams, and totally outplay them and keep the ball? That's what I need to see, Fitz. So, who's your goal scorers anyway? Let's wrap this up.
Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Declan Rice is going to grab one. Eddie
Nketiah again, yeah, he's gonna kill us.
Eddie's gonna put.
If we get a goal,
Rashford will score for you.
I think probably Rashford may do, and I think Bruno Penj, yeah. Is that what you're saying? Is that all we've got? We can only score pens now. Okay.
Wow.
I'm going Rashford. No, I'm going, yeah. If Sancho starts with that three up the top, I'm going Martial and Sancho get a goal each. But if they don't start with that and Anthony plays, I think we'll probably get just the one goal, and we could probably lose 3-1. I think Rashford may get that one. I don't mind if it's a dodgy one. No problem. Well, anyway, I'm about to go to my son's match and then hopefully get back just before the game. Obviously, as an assistant coach, I'm there for his 21's game. So let's see how he gets on. But yeah, United, man, I can't wait. I can't wait for this. I hope it's the start of good football to be watched, because it's all about watching good football and then being entertained. I want to watch the match and come away from it thinking, bloody hell, man, I wasted all this week waiting and hoping for this game to be good. And then it turns out to be an absolute shocker. Please, Man United, fix up, start playing your game. But Fitz, thanks for coming on the show.
No problem, man.
For the review. If you've won, I know you'd love to come on. If you lose, let's see if you're about.
You know me, I'm steady, Eddie. I'm steady. Win or lose, I'm here.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, everyone in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. Obviously, once a week at the moment, we'll be on a Sunday because things are getting a bit hectic right now. But we got to definitely keep Man United news up, Man United reviews, previews every week on a Sunday. We will be doing something. So Fitz, all the best today, and let's see what happens. Peace out.
Good luck with the boy, yeah?
Yep.